Ryan Reynolds is the brain behind all of these subpoenas. Maybe him and Nick Shapiro has been sitting together, like, how can we punish these people?
A lawyer just told everyone that Ryan Reynolds should secret court stuff using a fake email before. The court even asked for anything, which broke some very serious laws. This mess blew up quickly.
Ryan Reynolds is now trying to bully the court, financial pressure on Justin Baldoni. You were the ones who started the lawsuit.
And now he's not allowed to go to Blake Lively's court talk because he acted mean and tricky. Disney might fire him. His whole world is falling apart. Behind the scenes, Ryan acts more like a movie villain with Wi-Fi and a fake email. Let's look behind the perfect image. Because this isn't a superhero story, it's a story about sneaky tricks. It all started with that fake email. Yep, a fake email, not a cool letter from an agent, not a private court file, just a sketchy Gmail copy. And what was Ryan doing with it? He was sending private court papers and movie clips to a PR company. You know, the kind of stuff you're no tallow to share during a big court fight. And guess what? He sent it all out before the court even started asking for stuff. Just think about that. He didn't wait for the judge. He just started acting sneaky. Behind the judge's back. And who told everyone? Not a reporter, not a hacker. Not even Justin Baldoni's team. Nope, it was Mike Autila, the lawyer that Ryan hired himself. This guy was supposed to fix things, but after he saw what was going on, he said, nope. I'm not getting in trouble for this guy. Ryan and Blake thought they could control the court. But Autila said no way. He realized they were using him to hide the truth about Baldoni's case. And said, not happening. That fake email wasn't just about PR plans. Nope. It had real directions like hide anything about Taylor, Hugh, or the team, and delete digital info. That's not a famous guy protecting his family. That's someone trying to cover things up like in a spy movie. Messing with court stuff, sneaking out videos, and sending them to a company that makes bad things look good. That's not just sneaky, that's against the law. And here's where it gets even crazier, because this isn't just a slap on the hand. Ryan Reynolds didn't just break some small rules, he broke big US laws. Like Rule 11 in court rules, misusing the court and breaking a rule from March 2020. That rule said, don't mess with or leak private info during court stuff. You'd think someone like Ryan, with a big brand and Marvel deals, would know that. But I guess reading contracts isn't as fun as making jokes about his gin company. Now people close to the case say this whole thing might turn into a big crime case. Ryan could even go to jail for up to 5 years yet, just for this, and honestly, that would be his biggest role since Deadpool to except this time. He's wearing orange and sitting in a jail, not breaking the fourth wall, but we're not done yet. Not at all. Because when you leak secret court stuff before it's allowed, you're not just bending the rules, you're smashing them. What Ryan did counts as messing with proof and trying to change what people say. That kind of stuff can lead to 20 years in jail, depending on how mad the court is. This isn't just drama. This isn't clickbait. This is a real serious crime in a federal court. The courtroom isn't Twitter. You can't just post whatever you want and get likes for it. But Ryan didn't stop there. Nope. He went full PR mode. While his lawyers told the judge that Baldoni's case was a waste of time, Ryan was secretly giving private info to a PR company to control the news. That's not defending yourself, that's a full-on attack on the legal system. But dressed up in a nice suit. People close to the court say Disney's not happy either. They're now doing their own check into Ryan's behavior because of a rule in his contract that says, if you embarrass us, we'll fire you faster than a bad movie sequel. And yes, that's real. Disney doesn't care how many gin bottles you sell, or how many funny birthday posts you write for Blake. If you mess up their brand, you're out. And if that rule kicks in, here's what Ryan could lose: a serious crime charge, public court embarrassment, $850,000 fine, his Marvel job, and don't forget all his other brands gin, his movie company, phone service stuff-gone. Deadpool 3 might be his goodbye show, but this time, the crowd is a jury, and his costume is an orange jumpsuit. But wait, Ryan wasn't done making a mess. Now we get to the part that feels like a clown show. Yup, Ryan and Blake, not happy with leaking papers in secret, went all out in public court. They filed a paper asking the judge to punish Baldoni with money. Just because the case was bad for Ryan's image and, let's be honest, bad for his Deadpool 3 ads. They even asked the judge to skip the whole evidence part. You heard me. Ryan's lawyers asked, hey, judge, can we skip the legal stuff? It's not good for my brand. Thanks, are you serious? Mike Gottadl, the only grown-up here, said no way. He called that move legal suicide and told Ryan, if you want someone to do something that dumb for PR, find someone else. And that shows you he's tired of babysitting a rich guy who thinks courtroom works like Instagram. Post a story, change the facts, and hope people clap. This court move broke all the basic rules. You don't ask for punishments before talking to witnesses. You don't try to ruin your opponent with money before they even talk. And you definitely don't do it because your PR team is stressed out. But that's exactly what Ryan did, and the judge noticed. Making fake punishment requests isn't just a bad idea. It can actually get Ryan's lawyers in trouble too. Let's be real, this wasn't a smart legal move. It was a fit, like a big tantrum in fancy lawyer words. Ryan's message was clear. I'm rich and famous. This case is annoying. Make it disappear. That's not defense. That's someone showing off. But now people are seeing through the act. The guy who joked his way into everyone's hearts is now in real trouble, messing with court files, leaking proof, and trying to crush his opponent's wallet. It's not just PR anymore. And if justice actually works the way it should, this time Ryan Reynolds won't be walking away with a joke and a smile. He'll be walking into court with a mugshot, a lawyer who doesn't even like him anymore, and a judge who's ready to lay down the law. Now let's get to the juicy part. Think Ryan Reynolds is having a rough week? Let's look inside Disney's boardroom, where the big boss, Bob Iger, is super angry. And when the head of a giant company starts freaking out about one of his famous stars dragging Disney into court drama, that's not just a warning, it's like handing Ryan a shovel. And showing him where to dig his own hole. Deadpool 3 was supposed to be awesome, funny, cool, lots of big stars, fun explosions. But instead of fans getting excited about the movie, everyone is talking about court stuff, leaked emails, and Blake selling shampoo while people on the internet say she's suing YouTubers. Yeah, not really the kind of magic Disney wants. Here's the twist. Ryan's contract didn't even come from Disney at first. It came from when Disney bought Fox. So he kind of slipped through with some drama, but Disney saw it coming, which is why they added a rule in his contract. It says if you become a big mess and make Disney look bad, they can fire you with no hugs or parties. Just gone. Now the marketing teams are freaking out. Some are already worried that Deadpool 3, which should make lots of money, is now ruined. When people search for the movie, they see court stuff, lawsuits, and Ryan's face between a shampoo ad in a court paper, and Blake is starting a hair brand right now. It's like farting at a funeral. Nobody's laughing. Everyone's embarrassed. Now it gets even colder. Disney can't just throw Ryan out super fast. That would make bad headlines. So instead, they're planning to slowly cancel him. That means Ryan still has a spot, but no one's talking to him. No new deals, no invites. He's just going to fade away until the only jobs left are voiceovers for old streaming shows. They're calling it Hollywood Siberia, and Ryan just got a ticket. One person even said he still has a seat, but no one's inviting him to dinner. And honestly, that's the most savage thing anyone said in this whole mess. Forget court drama. Being ignored by Disney is how stars slowly disappear. Now let's talk about Blake and her crazy subpoena attack, because no meltdown is complete without going after random people online. Blake's lawyers didn't just send a few subpoenas. They hit the internet with 16 of them, even going after famous people like Paris Hilton, and Iango, and Candace Owens. But they didn't stop at big names. They even went after Atney Astrology YouTube channel with only 300 subscribers. Why? Because nothing says smart legal plan like scaring someone who talks about star signs. Not court papers. It wasn't about finding truth, it was all about scaring people. A way to say, if you talk about us, we'll drag you to court. Small YouTubers started getting letters asking for credit card info, bank stuff, and private emails just because they talked about the lawsuit. They didn't break any laws. They just shared their opinions. One creator, Sashflow, said it best: this is a threat to all content creators, and she's right. If Blake and Ryan can send court papers to anyone who talks about them, what's next? Suing over Instagram comments, TikTok jokes. What if you just coughed the wrong way while mentioning Deadpool? Here's the funny part. Blake's lawyer, Ezra Hudson, once gave a big speech about free speech at work, but when the subpoena mess blew up, that speech magically disappeared. From her law firm's website. Click the link now, and it's just gone, like it never happened, just like their trust. But the court saw it. Now those subpoenas are being checked for going too far, using Rule 45. which means Blake's plan might blow up in her face, and when you think things can't get messier, a federal judge stepped in and said, "That's it. Stop. No more digging around. No more scaring YouTubers who are just sharing opinions. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's team talks to witnesses ready to expose more. Blake's quiet. Ryan's world is falling, and the perfect image is gone. This isn't a joke or a movie, this is real. And the fallout will last. If you want the full story, stay tuned. This is just the beginning.